Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we make sense of corporate filings. Today we're diving into Eastman Kodak's latest proxy statement. It's like their annual shareholder yearbook, and let me tell you, there are a few interesting photos in this one. We will look at who is standing for election and what they will be paying them. This proxy statement is basically a notice and an invitation to their annual meeting in May. It tells shareholders what's on the agenda and how to vote. It's also packed with info about how the company is run, who's in charge, and how much they get paid. It says on the label that it was issued in April 2025. First up, there's the election of directors. 7 people are nominated, including James Continza, who is both the executive chairman and CEO. Basically, they want shareholders to re-elect the same people. There are a few contractual arrangements with investors that ensure certain nominees are put forward. Darren Richman, for example, is a designee of Kennedy Lewis Investment Management. This means because Kodak got debt financing from them, Kennedy Lewis gets to pick someone for the board. There is also David Balvanzi, who was initially nominated by GoEK Ventures because they own a lot of Series C preferred stock. It's important to have independent directors to make sure the company is not run in the interest of the management, but for the interest of the shareholders. The board says that everyone except the CEO is independent. The company's leadership structure is a little concentrated as the same person is both chairman and CEO, but they say that this structure ensures strong leadership. Basically, the top guy is in charge of everything. The board has 2 main committees, the Audit and Finance Committee and the Compensation, Nominating and Governance Committee. It is responsible for picking future nominees. These committees are in charge of overseeing different aspects of the company like financial reporting and executive pay. The Audit and Finance Committee met 6 times in 2024, while the Compensation, Nominating and Governance Committee only met twice. It seems like the Audit Committee is in charge with ensuring that finances are handled correctly. It's interesting that they highlight the Business Conduct Guide and Directors' Code of Conduct. It is a good way to emphasize that ethical conduct is important to the company. I wonder if they are so vocal about it because of a particular reason. Now the juicy part, how much the executives get paid. The company says they design executive compensation to attract and retain the best talent and reward performance. Here's a quick rundown of the base salaries of the named executive officers in 2024. James Continza, the CEO, made $1,000. David Bullwinkle, the CFO, made $460,000. Terry Tabor, the chief technical officer, made $400,000. Roger Bird, the general counsel, made $370,000. However, it is important to keep in mind that base salary is not all, and bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all, and bonuses might be far greater than base salary. As not all and bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all, and bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all. And bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all, and bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all, and bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all, and bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all, and bonuses might be far greater than base salary is not all. Most of the executives are eligible for a bonus program called Excel, but there was nothing paid out for it in 2024 because the numbers were not achieved. The CEO, on the other hand, did get a bonus of $1,050,000 approved by the committee for strong performance. The CEO also got a grant of performance stock units called PSUs, which vest over time based on how well the company performs. This is to keep the top guy interested in helping the company. Here is a summary table of how much is left to be claimed. As we can see, JV Continenza, the CEO, has a fair amount of equity outstanding to vest, while others have significantly less outstanding. Tax rules say that the company can only deduct $1 million in compensation for the top employees, but the committee reserves the right to pay more anyway. There is a good reason for that, as in most cases it is better to pay more and keep someone happy than save a few bucks by reducing compensation. To prevent executives from betting against the company, they're not allowed to hedge their stock or pledge it as collateral for loans. This is good governance. The company also paid Ernst & Young $3.8 million in audit fees for 2024. This confirms that the books were audited and the finances are well looked after. While they did not present any significant changes to shareholders' rights, there is something interesting about the fact that they are mentioning these rights at all. They used to tie compensation to meeting certain milestones, but all compensation was issued because of contractual obligations. They are going to have to find ways to tie compensation to meeting certain metrics. To be transparent about all fees, the company requires the audit committee to pre-approve all fees with the external auditor, such as E&Y. Everything seems to be in order and processes are up to standard. Here is an overview of how much control everyone has. BlackRock owns 5.21%, and there are two entities with about 13% each. Go is Accession. However, that amount of voting power does not translate into influence. The executives are entitled to a good parachute in case they are terminated. This is good and not good. On one hand, it ensures that they continue to act in the shareholders' best interest, but it might also be a massive payout for poor performance. The CEO makes 121 times what the median employee makes. This is not particularly egregious, but it is definitely something to keep in mind. So let's put this all together. Kodak is trying to keep things stable by re-electing the same directors. Executive pay is high, especially the CEO, but that compensation is highly dependent on continued strong performance. A number of procedures and processes are in place that ensures that everything is up to corporate standard and there is no apparent risks of that not being the case. Overall, Kodak seems to be heading in a reasonable direction and their financial picture seems to be reasonably healthy at the moment. That's it for today's Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us make more videos like this. Thanks for watching.